And we're already flying out of spawn. You can see it is a 4-man assault towards middle. James set up, posted for that turret delivery. Molotov out, patient, but gets info. Forced away by the flame, smoked off. This is such a set piece out of GODSENT. Look at them run.
They're coming through.
Second deep smoke. It's a multi-layered assault. There'll be a weird sandwich between them, and they're out. Bursting into the A site, avenue through mid. And now some clicks. YEKINDAR, kick it. In prime position, crossfire established, Glock v USP. And that's a big one from Barton.
Oh.
How's he pulled a second out of the hat? This gets very competitive, even more so as the advantage is seized. Felps from CT. Bomb loose and Buster, he could easy catch it. Good moves. Felps has evaded those taps. Taco trying to get to CT. This post plant will be potent. Oh no. Buster forced Taco back. Felps hanging around under triple and time, plenty of it.
6 bullets for this.
Yeah, 5 now. Keep counting. He hasn't reloaded. He's closing the gap. He believes he's only got 3 left. 2. They have to be perfect hits now and now on the clip. He's just running light on time. They can just play for the bomb now. Dance around. A lovely duet from Felps and Taco.
Beautiful stuff there. And that kill from Barton, which was assisted by Taco. It seemed like it sealed the deal. That approach from GODSENT there, the molly window, the smoke to push through, and the avenue to take control of jungle. That cuts off the rotations, making things very, very awkward.
Yeah, what did you make of connector smoke and then like front stairs smoke and like a kind of a double smoke connector?
Yeah, I think there as well, because Jame gets mollied out and that connector smoke drops, you could be assuming that it would be a B split out of that, right? So misdirection and then coming on through. So getting creative there, GODSENT, but the force spy out for VP here. Scout into the hands of Jame. Couple of deagles, a CZ75 and some smokes for good measure.
Playing real tidy counter. Oh, GODSENT.
Yeah, they picked this map, right? And it makes sense. They've won it both times they played it so far here at IEM Winter. And the last 2 times that we've seen VP on this map, it was over at the Major and they lost it.
And Big Clan have been backing themselves on it as well, right? So the fact that they took Big Clan down is testament to their ability.
Yeah, look, I don't know how super sold I am on Big. Whereas this game right here, if they win this, right, I know that the pressure in terms of already in the playoffs, right? But if they win this matchup here against a VP who are looking pretty damn good, I would say. They beat Gambit of all teams. That's a huge win, right? The big one, nice. This would be legit.
Okay, so they've already kicked down the gate. You want to see if they can take a pop at the champ.
Well, Barton.
Oh, it's a YEKINDAR dig. It's known for its accuracy, but Barton is too. He's somewhat of a farmer. He's got his hat on and trying to knock it off was Jame. Flitz actually dealt with him. Nice long range. Nades drop, missed smoke.
Heading B. Bit of an open runway here as well. Nobody over towards the B bomb site right now for VP.
All gamble. So here we go. I'll let you walk us through the abacus of decisions now.
And it'll be a save.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Okay, another body hits the deck. Felps down. Rifle picked up. AK would be fantastic. Now that 40-second timer has begun, the question is, do they want to really risk this? They would give away a lot here.
I've worked it out, the formula. We just have to look at what Jame's doing to know what VP are doing.
Well, they're building the buffer so that Jame can save the scout, right?
Yeah. Sure.
I'd want to be holding on to that AK, exactly. And they should be doing that. And now, look at what they're going to carry through the next round of play, right? They can drop a deagle across to YEKINDAR. They're going to have an AK and the MAC-10, which are upgrades on the buy that they just had here. So GODSENT, sure, you're going to get away with the round, but can you convert again? It's about keeping this next one tidy, and it's going to be much more difficult to do so. With GODSENT, we have seen that they do have some good executes. Remember yesterday as well, they were doing a lot of these A plays, and then when they would get space, they would get trades. Taco was actually dipping back in multiple occasions over towards the B bomb site, keeping Big guessing. But this was the opener right here. Good stuff from Barton.
Yeah, and that was the loss of the AK. Felps was equipped with that. He is plucked, or rather placed in the superstar role on this roster, and still haven't quite seen him manifest, you know, a full backpack performance. He hasn't had to. They've been working as such a lovely unit. He's definitely pulling his weight. But something to keep an eye on. dumau definitely had his head and shoulders above the rest on the eye test.
So we actually have both winners matches going simultaneously, virtue of the fact that Virtus.pro and
spotted, you reckon? No, Taco. Taco. Good for the clear. Buster's going to get the info. Kick it to swing. Oh, bouncing his head off the door and still unprecise. Buster, the contrary, completely falling apart. Should be very little to be said about this one now. And look how quickly that has just fallen by the wayside. dumau to try and be the hero. Lots of room for him to maneuver through mid. He's loving the absence of resistance. At least he's able to Take a stroll.
We'll have to take a fight against Flit here if he does want to go up through connector, and Flit's actually surging forward. So dumau hoping to find somebody that's rotated out of position here.
Yeah, timing's not perfect, so dumau just slinking into connector. Flit will have no idea. The flash towards A will lead to some sound cues. Look at that, Flit now known. Jame posted up as well with just the scout, and that was his test. Flit has passed his. And just a Lato, Mac 10. He'd kill for a plant, but he'd need a couple of kills before he could even think about it. And that's the end of that. Wow, neat and tidy. A couple of extra upgrades in the form of another rifle.
Oof. 2 Galils, 2 AKs, and a Mac 10. Look at that. That's beautiful for VP there to walk away. And you could see and you understand exactly why they saved in the previous. But just walking into the den here, right? Taco goes down and they try to trade. That's the problem. Barton is stuck in that no man's land where he backpedals and Taco's death is in vain, or you try and trade and get something out of that situation.
Morbid curiosity, who have you got for Fnatic Gambit, BPO3?
Gambit, we saw them already deal with Fnatic.
That was a BO1.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I know that you're on that hype trend of Fnatic undefeated in best of threes, but this is Gambit.
This is where it ends then, in Chad's book. You can check that out on the B stream or here on the, what do they call it, a watch party, something else, sync stream?
Squad stream?
That's the badger.
Squad streamer, but they're not live for about another hour, I think.
Ooh,
G2 versus
that's
Vitality still going.
So much info. YEKINDAR. He's calling for the cavalry, and understandably so. Rotate in, 3 jungle side. Molly missing the sandwich, so they will be able to live on. Palace nullified. Taco will have to go forward at that if he wants to contribute. Smoke jungle's good. They're not in a hurry here, it seems, and that was a lot of damage. Flit, trap, 2 HP. Bomb down. GODSENT set for a third here if they can at least fend off. Ooh, Barton gambles through the smoke. Couple of stray bullets finding YEKINDAR.
I'm going to say save.
Yeah, I think they are too.
That's wild right there. There was nobody holding A. It was just YEKINDAR as the first port of call. Buster looking the wrong way. Tech9 bullet astray. And they are going to be able to saunter on out. You can see Flit already cowering over towards that B bomb site. Doesn't want to lose the AK on 2 points of health here. Trying to do a bit of damage on the way out the door. VP.
And jump.
Buster will get something for his troubles.
Yeah, I think the AK is brilliant. I also think those GODSENT stickers look spicy.
What happened there? How do you lose to that force spike round? There wasn't a lot of nades in it. They just walked out A. It seemed very pedestrian approach there from GODSENT. Regardless, good call.
Yeah,
well converted off a kill and damage.
Did they have anything in mid to have them all jungle connector side? They
no,
just
I think that they were banking on a different strategy coming out, right? Because there was nobody towards A. So drama's early for VP here, but we do see the buys back in for both. And full buys is what we'll call it. That molly, as you mentioned. If it was for Tetris, great. For Sandwich, not so good. I'm thinking on their feet, GODSENT here is converting these rounds. Molly top mid, Nate follows through. Lato, Phelps, not going to go too aggressive early here.
Yeah, the AWP shot rings out. Comms follow. Re-molotoving, they really want to contest Phelps' presence there, and he's actually been forced to draw and extinguish out. Missed Nate, Phelps still 100 HP.
This is siphoning through the T utility early here, right? So it's going to give them 3 smokes to work with here for a late execute.
Huge amount of info. Look at James' pre-aim. He's actually anticipating the jump back. Smoked off and now. And here we go. A split assault. Not a commitment, but a lot of space. dumau already parked in Sandwich.
Nobody's playing A again. It's just YEKINDAR here, and, well, there you go.
He's ready for Taco. Wow, a one-man A-hole. That is magnificent from YEKINDAR. And the rest of the squad don't even have to get sweat on the brow. The job is done. Phelps, despite his position being known, does manage to spray down Buster, and here comes the backup. Jame and Flit to double peek if they desire.
Gonna get hot here for Flit.
Well, there you go. Thank you very much. We don't need to throw a T-smoke if the CTs will do it for us.
Yeah, that's quite nice because they only have 1 smoke remaining right here. Crawling up, 38 seconds on the clock right now, and oh, YEKINDAR's here again. That's his 3rd for the round. 2 more to find for that ace. Smoked off, looking to go short.
Doable. Kicker needs to finish this off and has onto Barton. Lato yet to frag. 4 on his plate and just no time. Jame to peek that AWP. Slow clear. His fate is sealed and VP will close that gap. Just a single round separating the 2 now.
Yeah, quite the heavy mid-investments from VP in these rounds, right? They have a lot of players ready to respond over towards that B bomb side as well, but lots of cash money. Flit and Buster, they were just under the 10K mark before the reinvestments came in for Buster here. Flit with 9 over, but G2 actually winning on map number 3. You could just see that B stream update right there. Winner of that will book themselves a slot in the semis. Loser will be in the quarterfinals going down tomorrow, and that's exactly the same as what we're working here Be a full investment. Some Deagles, a Tech 9, a little bit of util, standard mid-control. Smoke's coming out to play here. Buster ahead, flashed off.
Good util.
They've used all of that for not a lot. Felps is the only player taking space off of this. Bomb's still down.
You wouldn't, Felps. Oh,
gaps. How are they finding the gap every time?
Look at this. Careful now. You've done so much. This positioning is everything, and that's an AK upgrade waiting to happen. No, he's lost it. He's opted not to go for the retrieval. That could come back to haunt him, or will the pace alone here. Flanking CT, two backs turn, they're distracting him. They're distracting. Jame does go down. Felps with heavy impact, more info as well as a shot is taken. Kickert reveals himself, tucks into jungle, partners up now with Buster, and this 2v3 could quickly become a 2v2. It's up to Felps now. Recovers James Orr, posted up on the precipice of the smoke. It is just a tiny fraction of separating him from sealing the fate of one. That's it. Down goes Buster. Surely the round now locked in for GODSENT as they continue to impress here, even when they're not equipped with the best of rifles or weapons.
What's going on with VP though, right? Their setup is so odd. How are you letting a player slip through like that? The awareness, it's just not there. That can't be happening on the CT side of Mirage with just how much that avenue of connector is used. How are you allowing that to happen?
Never mind Flit's death. Like, I mean, yes, obviously that's something to be highlighted, but the fact that the communication when he's dead isn't could slip CT,
yeah,
could slip CT.
Worried about that at all.
If I'm a teammate and I've just died in window, I am screaming when I'm watching A fights go down. Worry about your ass. Worry about your booty.
Yeah, this is a little bit odd here, isn't it? Well, looking a little bit perplexed here, VP early. I'd love to see them take a timeout just to have a bit of a discussion, and we've fixed it, Alex. See, we've got the silence 10-4s on the little economy overlay, so that one's been sorted on out.
Working fast is Vlad.
Yeah, well.
Bang.
Here we go, we're back underway, and here's a full buy again. This time it's looking good for Jame. Smoke, Felps, he was just ahead of it there, and well, Jame doesn't miss those.
I'll hazard a guess, Felps will be opting for the underpass again after this.
Yeah, maybe stay out of James' line of sight.
At least pre-smoke bloom. Buster could give them something if he gets a little like that Azer call. Doesn't have to maneuver too far now with Windows info denied. 5v4, that man advantage for VP to be extended. You can see that they do have a real priority towards middle. In fact, Jame looks like he's been summoned back towards that CT side of the map. Does mean that the B site will be vulnerable, susceptible.
Right? Yeah. And you take a look at what defensive utility he has left over to deal with this, just a flash. He can't drop a smoke to create a wall, doesn't have a molly to try and channel them any direction. This is on Kickert.
Kickert's got a lot to contend with here. Taco's clear, not ready. Barton hunting for a trade, he does swing out. Kickert's good for it. The one-man B defense. The rest petering in now, and he doesn't need your help, finally. Nato from the grave does strike. Dumau spins into Flit. 1v4 becomes 1v3, but it's just as unmanageable. He is being closed in on. Jame walking into the ankles. Dumau. He's going to get jumped on. His awareness is everywhere. He's got a good idea as to where these VP players linger. Buster mantles. Jame will connect. And that's what they were looking for. Kickert, though, he gets some real brownie points for that. That could very easily have been an open B site.
Yeah, massive stuff. And understanding the circumstance right there, Kickert, he's happy to let them out of the B apartments, right? This is, you know, one of those things that at different levels of Counter-Strike players, well, I have to hold B apartments, right? I can't let them out. No, well, you can, as long as your teammates understand. Kickert here, playing off angles, allowing them to push on out, able to get two big frags. The rotation comes in, and they lock this out to get their third round here, VP. And they will be forcing a timeout right now, which has actually been called from VP themselves. So maybe just want to take a bit of stock, discuss how things have been going. Dastan to chip on in and see where they think GODSENT might finish next. Take a little bit of a look here as the buys are coming back in, and GODSENT have already made things work with quite light purchases. An AK for Felps, a Galil for dumau, Deagles, Barton. What are you going to go with, my friend? He'll go with the Galil as well. So they've got 3 rifles out for this. That light smattering of util, and well, the 2 low-buy rounds that they've had so far, they've actually converted. One, they just strolled up into A. The other, Felps got through connector and was able to get a couple of flanky kills. Here we go. Tried and tested. Back to that A ramp contact with 4. Taco will be up and through the apartment's position.
Wow, this is so old school. A straight-up contact A. But when you're smoked off, Felps and walking through smokes. Taco gets the info and the the damage. There you go. That's the opening frag. It favors GODSENT heavily. Info on Jame, perhaps, if they got good eyes. And now the smoke can be deployed from that Tetris position. Boost up. This is their flight paths. Flit. Oh, no.
Straight through the smoke.
Completely booked through the smoke. The rotates are on their way. Playing for the retake. Is this smoke number 2? felps considering his walk. Lingering in limbo.
Starting to fade now here.
Yeah, he's going to be exposed. He's got to be concerned about close. Kick it again with impact. His 6th frag posted. He'll make it 7. Just farming headshots. Problems now for GODSENT. Taco brought low earlier. Still manages to provide the 1, and Barton's not bad. Decent as well. Onto Buster. Now then, not a great plan, and he has to take a gamble. Flit not caught out on the defuse. Could have got awkward had Flit gone down. Jame misses his, and he disappears off into the smoke, but we'll call it 4-4 and kick it again to be thanked.
Yeah, and Flit there kicked it off through the smoke with that opening, right? So it's interesting to see as well the M4A4 coming out for more of them here in certain situations. But right there, that smoke being on the opposite side of default, meaning Barton with the smoke in front of him couldn't just go for the wall bang, right? If it's triple, he could maybe stay a little bit more passive. Had to go through, trying to identify if he can get that kill, but he goes down. And the plant, well, it's left this T side of GODSENT questioning what they want to do with their purchases here.
Well, you've already had 1 success with Tech-9s. Like, you can't expect it to happen again.
No, at this point, probably you want to allow your full game plan to start coming to fruition. And to do that, you need all the goodies, right? We've already seen dumau with the AWP in his hand. So maybe take a save, allow them to buy back in, get all the utility they require. They operated quite well there. The fact that they were able just to take out YEKINDAR on the site and get the bomb down again, threatening, but they don't need to keep pushing the issue in that regard. 4 rounds on the T half early when we've only been 8 rounds into play. They have to be quite content with that at this point. So they are operating with the half buy here, knowing they're getting that 2,400 in the next round of play. I don't think we'll be seeing an AWP, however. Posturing for...
Ooh.
Yeah, that is a flub smoke right there. So just not hitting the lip of the window. That's going to allow Flit to retain vision. He can call mid clear. So Buster doesn't need to help as much from this short position, which is good because it is looking like a B finish now. Deep smoke. They will need to push through this as felps is on a walkabout again here.
Taco's second guessing himself. I think the missed smoking window from felps, but now he's got the presence there. He's not going to be ready for another one. felps. Oh, ballsy. Didn't anticipate Flit trying to catch some naughty timing. Kick it. We'll have to tuck in. They know one's there, and Buster's been found. A good headshot. Taco requires another. The rotate in 3 through the kitchen. And no more trouble to be seen. Taco anticipated and eliminated. dumau. Nice. Oh! Nice clicks. Good God, dumau. The second is nonsense. They're both hit.
2 bullets, 2 to find.
Yeah, I don't know if he can replicate the shots he's just been hitting, but he is a constant threat.
Been some nice deagle kills today. Nico, of course, been in the server doing his normal hijinks right there, but Kyojin had a banger of a 1-on-4 on Vertigo, right? You're seeing that little zoomer aim coming into play out of all the youngsters here.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching that, and I think the best comment was just that this started to look a little bit like his old Pug highlights.
Yeah, right. Oh, he did. Funny how it's taken him a while to get comfortable with that tier 1 of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, and on the last round, why not? He starts finding his form.
Okay. Well, GODSENT, they save for this. It won't be the AWP, but 5 AKs as they go for the mid-control again. Flash. Flit takes a fight. Jame mollied out of position. So establishing their footing within this round. Buster loves this little vent room here. Sliding up the ladder. Mollies to dissuade. Early presence. dumau tickle the toes with the flames. And as that starts to fade, I think we'll see Flit underhand. That lands on the dome right there, and dumau chunked down to 50. That's a classic, right? You drop the molly, you know when it's going to start to subside, you drop a nade behind it. They walk on in, and oh, not again. Another missed window smoke here. The bane of their existence at this juncture.
Bit flustered, yeah. Oh, Flit. He's
worked
just
out.
Down. It's actually worked perfectly. Yeah.
That was all part of the plan.
Aha. 500 IQ. Taco with the smoke for short side.
Do you think they can get in now? Look at the setup right now on your radar, top left of the screen. Kick it is quite passive on B. He's actually hedging his bets to help Buster towards middle here. So as they flash, they should be able to waterfall out, and they do. Kick it. Controls, gets one.
He's calling. Oh, good damage. Bellato has found Buster at the tail end of this rotate in. felps. Oh, damn. Obscured by the flame. Kick it contributes. Lato's done a lot here. A double kill. So now with the bomb planted, Jame and YEKINDAR partner up.
One of the two of them probably wants to go for the retake. I won't tell you which one.
It's up to what YEKINDAR can contribute before Jame really toes the line, and that might be it.
See you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. Probably about 20 seconds or so before that bomb goes off. So
he's got oodles of cash as well.
Yeah, well, he loves having that big grin in his hands, old James. So retaining this one, but we will see the score line go to 5-5. Taco starting to hunt. They are aware of the player they're up against here. Lost bonus has bottomed out for VP as virtue of the rounds won. So now this is where we're going to see how much Jame really loves his AWP, right? Because he could drop 2 rifles right now, right? Kicker could buy something quite juicy as well, and this could look like a pretty good round. Or does he want to save his schmackles for future AWPs? I can give you the answer to that. It will be the 2 M4s dropped. He'd even drop a FAMAS here as well, to be fair. But handled here, and you could see how that was going to end just by the setup of VP, right after they lost that opening kill. MP9 for kick it. Those 2 dropped M4s, and CZ75 for that of YEKINDAR. Fast towards mid. They've mollied.
Does extinguish. dumau pace on this. Very quick to that. Buster's already pre-aimed the bench jump up, and that could have been the end of the round. Thankfully, Barton's quick enough.
Coming in.
Yeah, they know Buster was short. Now he confirms he's still pushed up on that pillar.
The flank. He's in trouble.
He's in a lot of trouble. Hot water indeed, and hot toes. Molotov forces him out. Flit dies if he moonwalks. Has to commit to this off angle. Now exposed. And a quick one out of felps. Adjust just in the nick of time. 2v3 again. Now this is very familiar.
Should be a save again here. I don't see... It's
exactly the same. Apart from that, YEKINDAR this time has contributed pre-plant with an equalizer.
This changes things.
It does, in a very big way. Taco, head on a swivel, and yep, YEKINDAR's always ready to find those shots. We spoke of the bomb. There's the example as to why.
Yeah, you don't want it up on the balcony. Definitely not so.
Can't plant there.
No, and if they had gotten the bomb down, it could have been another buy round for GODSENT here. Now it might be question marks again, because we're looking at 4.4 for dumau, 4.2 for felps, and the rest of which really not in the realms for anything that resembles a full buy here. So handled, and it looked very good for GODSENT in the early stages of this. They got the necessary kills, they got the site control there, but it was YEKINDAR who, we won't lie, yesterday when we saw him on Vertigo, he didn't look like he was backing himself, right? He was dropping AKs and picking up Galils instead to his teammates. He wasn't loving his aim. And then the final round of Vertigo, he just got like 4 kills or something and showed us exactly that aim. So I want to see YEKINDAR in that peak form. I think it's going to be a necessary component here if VP are going to go all the way here. And they, with the tournament, the way that this one's stacked, the fact that they are already in the playoffs, they're one of the favorites right now to go far. We still need to see who's going to get through out of that of Gambit and Fnatic. But NIP just locked themselves in with the victory over Liquid, getting revenge on the matchup just the other week. But here we go, we're heading towards A. They have bought on in, and this one's quick.
Yeah, so quick, and not anymore. Jame provides one special bullet. Takes down 2 members of the GODSENT boys, and this one could be over already. Look at this. 1 minute 35, and only felps. And it's done. Wow, one of the quickest rounds we've seen today. The round barely begins as Jame knocks 2.
GODSENT have been playing pretty quick, right? They've been going for this mid-control stuff. We've seen them very pouncy, very explosive, but now they will have to take and save here. But let's watch this one more time. Oh, couldn't get better for Jame right there. The lineup is perfect.
What a cruel twist of fate. Yeah, you can see that was the only moment they intersected throughout their whole flight path.
Yeah, getting real lucky from that position. It is very devilish, that stairs position, right, with peaks like that, especially when they're going quick as you like. But smoke towards the window for round number 13, and this time it does land.
And so did the bullets from Flit. He's all right. He's done what he needed to. Dealt a blow to Lato.
Quite like the map pool we have today as well. We got Dust 2 coming up next, and then the third and final, if required, will be Ancient. So some interesting maps. I quite like those maps. They all seem open and aimy.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that VP's Ancient has been tidied up as quickly as it has.
Isn't it strange? It was a weakness for them at the major, but they got a lot of practice.
True, and then they had lots of practice. Hang on.
These deagles are working, aren't they?
I
These
think
deagles are really working.
We might be onto something here. Chad dumau's not ready.
That's another one.
Barrel, a complete freebie Buster. fiddling with his Tamagotchi, did not anticipate top mid.
I was fiddling with the map pool and this all just happened quick as you like.
Wow, yeah, and look at all those upgrades as well. It is idyllic. But Kickert has been kicking down a lot of the GODSENT boys. Multi-kills frequent. Cross-set, perfect. Taco lucky to have gotten away with 2 HP. I think he could wallbang him here, but he's maneuvering back in that blind spot. And hell, what a round. That's two.
Hello.
2 half-buy rounds. Never mind just decos. And that's the third?
That right there, if I'm counting
So
rounds that they haven't had, it was the first one where it was a bit crippled by and they crept out ramp, remember? That was like within the first like 4 or 5 rounds of play.
neglecting.
Then they had the Tech 9 round with Phelps, and now this.
Yeah,
that was massive from Barton as well here. That Buster kill doesn't come easier for dumau and just posted up with that AWP. See you later.
Ooh.
That is rough to swallow right there. VP have given up so many gimmies in this half already.
Yeah, I mean... We thought we were safe to have a slight map discussion.
We're not safe around here, apparently.
No.
GODSENT are constantly threatening.
But that really will, like, that, dare I use the buzzword, a swing round.
No, for sure. Like, there's been three rounds in this half, as well as the pistol, right? You just consider the fact they've only won 6. 3 of those, plus the pistol. That's 4 of the 6.
Yeah, 4 of the 6. So basically, GODSENT needs to stop buying all the rifles.
Yeah, don't fool buy, boys.
Oh, no. Sorry to report, Chad. They've got rifles. Yeah, this, well, this looks like an 8th.
Good stuff from
Sorry,
VP here.
I keep forgetting sarcasm. That was sarcastic. So everyone's on the same page.
We're working on that. We're still working on it. We'll get there. That deep B smoke, right? It does... Oh.
Yeah, YEKINDAR looking around. What a snap! Just raw reaction time. He manages to get it a 1 and done. Now, it may seem insufficient, given what his teammates are equipped with.
Yeah, and right now, if Taco calls the troops back, and they rescind all the way to T-spawn for an A execute with the util they have left, that would be a perfect play here. James AWP is really the only weapon that can be unraveling of this, and you can see where he's posted up to jungle right now. So we have seen them in these strange A defenses here with YEKINDAR holding from a similar position, Jame now doing it with the AWP. And the reason that it might not be the worst in the world is if they do finish A and Jame doesn't move.
Are they pushing underpass now for weapons, or?
Well, they are.
Yeah. Flip.
Well, they're not looking.
dumau just looked away, and now dumau goes down.
We can get out as well. Nobody's mid. Buster's pushing up. They think this is going to be an A finish, but the bomb's rotating back on over. It looks like Taku's going to sell us fake towards the A side. Lato with a fight over towards B. Needed to win that.
Yeah, but now maybe they're going to second guess the B commit.
Oh, he's already crossed.
The bomb. Oh, no. Yeah, well, one's in B, but the bomb could be lost. He's loud about this, Barton. It's all about the timing now. Communication's been had. B-Apps lost. Bomb uncontested. So it's the flank initially from Apps. Buster will be first contact. He's going to be joined by Flit.
I have no idea where this is. Well, they got an idea now. And look at Taco still just in connected during all this. This is getting real weird.
Yeah, it is. It's very avant-garde. And keep track of that Taco flank if he opts for it.
Oh, he's been heard.
Oh, yeah, being loud about this. Barton, careful now. Multiple players at Flit and Buster in the apartments. Needs a quick one and has provided the headshot. Taco caught with a nade in his grasp, closing the gap. Time-sensitive mission here. Barton good for the headshot on top of the head. He tried to give him a goomb.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to work that without the exosuit, mate. Not enough damage done right there, and VP are busted for this final round here. What a strange round that was.
Yeah.
Around the rosy.
I mean, I think a lot of that must have come down to what Taco was getting and accruing through his A lurk. It was weird. This was very weird, considering dumau had been so patient. I was thinking, like, does he juggle the weapons? Does he not? He just ended up looking away.
Well, this is GODSENT with a real opportunity right now to win out the half here. They converted a full gun round, and now they've absolutely bamboozled VP, who are just pistols and a scout, not really having a whole lot to offer in this final round of play here. And GODSENT have tidied things up when they needed. Their map choice looking good. You'd be more than... Oh, that's a bit of a miss molly there. We won't say too much about it. It happens to the best of us. They're going to need some deagle bangers of their own right here, VP. They've been on the receiving end of the potent, powerful pistols. Back through Spawn with a late window smoke. Flit's vision now denied. 3, top mid. Barton through the underpass, and well, there's really no rush about this here. Have all the advantages in a round like this, GODSENT.
I wonder if we get to see felps' iconic jumped up window position. Up on the railing.
Oh, they used to love doing that quick, didn't they?
Yeah.
Real aggression out of...
We might. There he goes. And looking for an angle over. Full mid control with a little bit of spice from Taco late apps.
Is it connected to A here? Oh.
Yeah, Buster. He is going to activate. And on the fade, he's been caught out. Felps profits. Jame.
That's a
just
couple of
the
heads.
tip of the head. That's a scout collapse. Double headshot. All the way. That's nuts.
They have to go A right now. Dumau's pinned. They need to help him. Felps is coming through spawn. James not looking.
Yeah, he could be ready now. If he could get another, it's just body damage. Yep, sets up YEKINDAR in a different universe. He somehow gets them both, but 8-7, a recovery. GODSENT will take the lead on the half and a tut of the tongue for VP. Will BRB. Utility here for the VP squad for, no, excuse me, that bomb looks like Kevlar with my granddad eyes. 3 sets of Kevlar.
Just squint a little bit harder.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, it actually helps. Oh, crap, I need glasses.
Well, here's that U2 you were talking about in the air as they set their sights on A. This is a retake setup right now. Barton will be the only player to receive this early. Tucks his head down.
Info.
Oh, definitely caught something on the silver gap.
Oh, I love walking in this blind spot, though. They've got this very well drilled. We're going to have a full 5v5 retake. Now, smoke kit Barton. I'll keep track of that. All other nades are out and fading.
Oh, they're aggressive.
Yeah, look at this. This is going to be an interesting window of timing, because if they want to sneak CT, they could.
Did he just put burst fire on?
He did.
Okay. Well, up close and personal. Let's see how that goes. Bomb's halfway gone here,
this
boys.
Is so suspicious. We've still got 10 people alive. There you go. Jame breaks the silence with a bullet. May not be done yet.
There's the smoke.
Buster, if he doesn't hit that next shot, it's hard to track from
gonna get
behind.
hard.
They're on it. 3, 2, Taco headshots. They don't even know where it is. And GODSENT with the 5-man retake. Wow, the bomb was half gone before a single body dropped and then a 4v5 recovered. Smiles on their faces and good vibes extended. GODSENT, that's both pistols.
Yeah, and they just walked on in. They just stole that away from them.
Where? Where was the main body of the... Where did they come through? CT?
CT, they just walked up.
Right.
There wasn't any early fights. There wasn't any early contact here. Look how forward Taco is, and the kills are only just starting. That's a special one from Taco right there.
Great catch from the replay.
Okay.
Great catch. That was worth seeing.
Oh, that's oh, Taco.
Taco.
All right. We see ya.
I want to talk about that some more.
Whew. Well, this is pretty light on from VP here.
Now, usually you can flash through this smoke if you fancy it. It's well, you can just frag through it as well. If you're YEKINDAR.
I guess.
Oh, and tag some more. My God.
Some smoke vision out of YEKINDAR here. Well, what is a very, very light purchase is now starting to seem a little bit more interesting. YEKINDAR's even pulled up the FAMAS out of the smoke here, and he has some Kevlar to go with it. So this is starting to look pretty good. If he can find another kill, there's a push from short, flashed off, sound cue made. They know exactly where he is, and Taco in the meantime continues up that play from the pistol. YEKINDAR's found another too. Yeah, VP needed him to show up here, and this could be the recovery from a sketchy pistol. And just as we speculate,
YEKINDAR percolates. He's gone, forced to watch and think about that some more.
Oh, they can't go back. dumau's pushed up. Kickit actually wants to go back because Buster's in A, who's now pushing towards CT spawn. If Kickit just is noisy here, he's dead. The bomb's down, and that should be the round with 35 seconds.
Yeah, keep track of where Buster and Jame are. They couldn't be on polar opposites, or more polar opposites than this. Bomb retrieval task to Jame.
Oh, Buster might have a kill on the side of the head here. Barton's not expecting this. He's looking the wrong way.
Yeah, could spiral as well. Oh, Taco making some noise, might bait him out. That's the bomb, should be still around, even though... Oh, Barton. Quick react on that and decide, I think he might be native as well.
Yeah, I think so too. That's where my mind immediately went when I saw him pick that one
So I'm used to seeing players from exactly that angle of approach not see anything.
Yeah,
so
okay. Good stuff, Barton.
Yeah, but the young boys, let me check this config actually, because...
You're all right.
But most of the young guns are all on the native. Like, it's like a dying breed. I say that then.
Well, that's what YEKINDAR was saying to me the other day. Oh. That he thought, yeah, they'll be extinct soon. Okay, well, here's the buy. Jame into the orb. Smoke missed window as well. We've seen a bunch of that, but this time Flip will profit. dumau hits the deck. That AUG not able to reign supreme.
He's 1280, 960 stretched. We know nothing.
Oh, let's see how outdated that is. We can ask him after. Get Parler on the line.
Yeah. On the dog and bone.
Big Pete. A lot of damage sustained here from Flit early. YEKINDAR's also chipped down to about half HP. Smoke towards the B apartments. Will deny for another 20 seconds, and it's a gamble stack. I'm loving this out of GODSENT.
Proper counter
This
throughout.
is really nice. Like, we all know what happens in this situation, right? They execute, and well, if they execute A, they just save. If they go B, they win the round with a 3-man stack.
Yeah, and they've even like dispatched one Barton to solo the site, but they're walking into a 3-man den here.
Oh, they're full commit. They're full commit.
Here they come, out the window, need that from felps, and they all connect, the bomb loose, and it's a massacre. Little awkward there, Jame.
It's all right, the bomb's loose. That round's done. What a call. What a call. GODSENT are playing some legit Counter-Strike right now. This is what we wanted to see, right?
Taco, the in-game leader. You know, like
I love the arc.
It's such a good arc because this was. In fact, maybe we should, Chad. Actually, you know, because I saw the faces. I spoke to some of the fans in Copenhagen. There's a lot of new people,
It's true.
New eyeballs in the last 2 years who've gotten into this game during the pandemic. There's probably some people that don't know the Taco story arc, or at least where it begins.
All right, guys, take a seat. Grandfather Chad here. So back in my day, there was a team of Brazilian Counter-Strike players, fallen at the helm. Went to some early majors, made a name for themselves, but roster changes were needed. And a duo of coldzera and Taco joined the ranks. Joining forces with Fallen, Fur, we've had FNX in the mix, went on, won some majors, got it done. 2, in fact, as Taco went down as coldzera's sidekick, right? One of the original supportive elements, right? One of those early train inside anchors, just getting it done and being that team player. Well, that team disintegrated. It fell apart, and Taco reinvented himself. He went back to home soil. He picked up some plucky youngsters, grabbed the star that never was of Felps, didn't get to live up to his full potential in the SK days, and has been grinding hard.
Yeah, I mean, Taco played with him in that SK roster, right?
Yeah.
So he was obviously familiar with the potential, and the fact he gets to manifest it together now with him, alongside the new names that have been obviously inspired by that SK story, that Kaboom esports story.
Here we go again. They want to knock on Taco's door one more time. dumau to contribute here from the market position. YEKINDAR with some space up mid with the Deagle here, but he's going to get stopped.
It's a good call. And that's a good
Maybe he's not gonna
shot.
get stopped.
YEKINDAR. Good for it. And now, Taco battening down the hatches. dumau doesn't miss. Kick it. The head of the snake. Chopped. Now, we'll see if they can operate without him. It's looking great. Look how much space he's taken. Eliminates the bench threat. Nothing left for dumau unless he gets given a free B. Oh, perfect. Advancing on that smoke, and now lots of pressure on. YEKINDAR, 10. Buster, 24. It will fall to Jame here, and he is going to hard commit to the site, looking to provide some support. He's got a lovely smoke lineup for that window position. Wow, I thought something got hit there, but that looks like that'll do.
Yeah, and that smoke, that sealed the fate right there. Jame with a kill onto Felps, just looking, wait, they're coming in. Barton's pushed.
And yeah, he's giving it a go, and that's the end of Jame. Nearly the transfer. Buster, so susceptible to the bang. He has gone down, no time. Yes, YEKINDAR just has to wait for the sound cue unless a jumping USP. Oh, YEKINDAR's played it well, and dumau doesn't have the time for this. VP, they may lose everything, but they'll take a round. Come in with a couple of rifles, Tech-9s, and just hard committing into the site. You've got to give something to dumau. The fact that he constantly did not surrender, did not quit. 4 kills from him.
I think he was the one who confused us as well, because we saw him backing off once that smoke landed, and you look back at the screen, felps is pushing, Barton's getting into the mix here, but that did kick off with YEKINDAR getting a big one. Flit with the one to alleviate the pressure on the site right there, and yeah, it looked like it was done and dusted. And dumau even gets back in the site right there after the bomb explodes to pick up the AWP, so nice little save from him, and that is a lot of timeouts to be called early here, yeah.
Is that right?
It seems to be.
Wow, I haven't been keeping track, but that is very early to be using your last timeout.
Well, this is an interesting situation for them to find themselves in right now, because the loss bonus in the next round only 1,900. They have the saved AWP, felps can buy. You could get something in the hands of Lato and Taco, but this right now is what they want to talk through. Do we invest? Do we take a save and go for the purchase in the next? Now, that AWP is being juggled around here, and it looks like it's actually going to land in the hands of Taco. Now, this makes sense because the B bomb site has been pressured. So if Taco takes us over towards B and posts up quite aggressively with that AWP, he might be able to move the peons, the rest of his teammates that is, around the map here to hedge their bets. And they are going for a heavy A lean here. So Barton, Lato, dumau into A, felps to deal with mid, and Taco to solo B. So it makes sense why he has the AWP, but he can't go down with this big gun in his hand here. There's also an element, if he takes a shot, it might scare them into going over towards the other side of the map. But right now, VP not looking too scared as they have this full mid control. Taco going more and more passive. You can see his little blue outline on that B bomb site falling further and further back. So it looks like they're foregoing the B bomb site here.
Not making any secret of their walk-up cat. felps will be communicating that. Taco acknowledges it.
Oh, he's been in 2 minds here. He's been close, he's been out, he's been back in the site. So Taco is committed now.
VP aren't, but they are certainly applying some pressure. Glass Cannon Taco, so very vulnerable to even the Galil.
There's so much space taken up cat here early, 50 seconds.
Oh, this just looks perfect for VP. Look at the mini-map. You've got a 3-2 split about to pincer into a Glass Cannon Orb.
We're gonna need some Taco brilliance here on this big green. Is it his turn for a collat?
Yeah, I mean, he used to play with GODSENT. He might have to pull off a GODSENT. No jumping, no scopes today. Instead, he'll just pluck YEKINDAR from short. And now biding his time for that rotate. 30 seconds, the bomb's still not planted. It will get hectic if they can get them some CT presence over there. He's got support now in the form of felps. Oh, a gap on that. Flit struggles to get more than one. The bomb's still not planted, and the shots have hit. A double now for felps. The bomb not there. 10 seconds. Just survive. Interrupt.
They can't plant.
They have to. 5 seconds, he's dead. And so is the whole VP squad. Make it 12. Let's go, GODSENT.
And Taco, with all that pressure on his shoulders, gets one and just stays alive for so long there. It bought so much time for the rotation for GODSENT to get over. VP didn't have any utility to clear out the closed pillars, and from there they just get picked apart. 12-8. I am perplexed here.
A lot of people in the pick'ems for Stockholm had, like, you know, will they, won't they with GODSENT. I think a lot of people may have had them in initially, maybe second-guessed themselves. You know, there was expectations set for them, and they just continue to be impressing towards the tail end of this year. What a year they have had.
Yeah, they're going from strength to strength, really, aren't they? Just continuing to show what they've been working on. And
kick. It's taken a lot of damage. He has been finished off nicely, and yeah, this one just looks like a easily solved mystery.
Yeah, game plan exploit Taco, not really working, is it? Might need to consider a change of tack here, VP, because another round falls by the wayside here. This will be 13, regardless of Flit's antics right there. Up to 20 kills for old Flitty boy.
Well, there's the firepower they were looking for.
Yeah, he's definitely able to contribute here, but Buster's a little bit quiet on 5. James having a decent game on 17, but the rounds just aren't there, and Flit tries to take the fight. felps will finish him off.
And the good vibes keep flowing. GODSENT. 3 rounds away from taking Mirage. Dust 2 was next, right?
Yeah, and then Ancient if we need it.
Kind of got an Ancient vibration right now if they can do it.
I wouldn't mind seeing some Ancient here. It would be a nice way to top off our Saturday night. But the money for GODSENT can still be broken here. If VP can grab themselves just a single gun round, that will put GODSENT into one of these awkward situations. To be fair, they have flourished. when the awkward financial situations have been into play. Flashed out, YEKINDAR spotted.
Whoa.
The fight, that was sharp as a bloody tack.
Oop. Heard, flit, tagged, 10 HP. He's going to have to get out of there as a tick of the flame brings him lower. Buster has had a bit of a mare here so far, so this exchange with him on Palace late. See, it's the responsibility.
It's a gamble again, Alex. It's a full gamble again.
One.
Yeah, this is the thing. They've hedged over towards A now. Barton, Shadow, Taco floating now. He's going to try and get into sight to fortify this. Sandwich would be great if he could get there. Spotted.
Yeah, that's going to cancel.
That was the bomb too, I think.
Taco, you really are getting into a very uncomfortable position, but they haven't punished this molly. He'll be able to tuck in as it fades, and they still haven't committed. More util now, and a tag. YEKINDAR limping into the site. A well-managed spray from Kicker, but the response is great from Barton. Sends them back to ramp with only 40 seconds. They might have to Scarpa. It's a 3v3, sure. And they've got wide open B site, courtesy of the low HP of Flit, so he'll be able to take a very advanced position. This is everything. Lato, this could be the round if you're not ready.
Hearing this.
Yeah, and a quick headshot. Flit, doesn't matter about your HP. The precision's there. dumau's not got the moves. He could have been there to respond to the bomb drop on short, but now it might just fall away. Look at this. They're committing Barton all the way into the Palace. It implies that they're just giving it up.
They might have to here. Oh, it looks so good. For the biggest chunk of this round here. Even with the YEKINDAR opener, the gamble call was bang on. They hold them over towards that A ramp. I didn't think Flit was going to have anything to say, right? Remember, he took all that early damage within the round. But able to actually profit right there. And that kill, you're right, it was everything. The fact that Lato rotates through, very loud, goes down. When you've seen plays like that before, some of the teams have been going to go through window and drop underpass to try and, you know, cut the bomb off at the pass, as it were. But not to be the play right there from Lato, and the round does fall to VP, 13-9.
Yeah, well, that's a nice theory for the demo review. You know, like in terms of that that potential situation being addressed differently next time. Lato, you could see he had his head constantly on a swivel. He was constantly aware that there was potential for kitchen presence. It's just Flit with a nice headshot and timing.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there for Taco as well, right? Because he got there, if he had gotten across, if he had tucked into sandwich or gotten close ramp and wasn't spotted, it wouldn't have been so awkward for him, because then he repositioned to Shadow, he got mollied, then he had to reposition into the sight box and he got spotted and spammed. So a way for it to fall apart, but those two saved guns do mean we have a buy, and we are back underway here with Flit heading towards, death, apparently.
Yeah, towards the light at the end of that dark tunnel.
Stay with us, Flit.
Hold on. So you can see some shapes starting to take form. It's GODSENT chasing that 14th. Now with a man advantage, it will be certainly unfavorable for VP. Buster's just parked up in the Palace, going to let Jame try and work his magic. And there is a player that will be exposed. Felps is wide open into this peak, so AWP v M4. I wouldn't fancy his chances. And James, he really need Buster to bait for him before he peaks? Yes, he does.
He does, yeah. Well, confirmed now. Oh. Felps. Lucky to be alive there, I think.
But info, right? Huge amount of info. And dumau could be in a prime position. He's got info on two. Two Palace, he screams.
YEKINDAR has the bomb here, so he can't just go walking up on his lonesome here.
Info as well from Barton. They're good at getting this information safely. And it should be an informed rotate. Bomb hard to plant at this moment in time with Lato and dumau's position, at least not towards the triple box side. Default open for business. YEKINDAR if he... Oh, they're all going ramp side. Yeah, so at least the information from Felps is that there's nothing default side. It's going to be a full Tetris sandwich setup, kick it maps for the round the world maneuver. It's not a plant for him. But he's still going for it regardless. YEKINDAR, multiple bodies, needs a clean headshot, and that's what he does best. dumau locked into the scope, didn't have the vision. Favors VP more and more. That's an important frag out of Barton, and this kick it round the world maneuver was ready by Taco. Only one man, Jame, in a 1v4. They need to be defusing now. It's Taco's responsibility. Jame, you need to knock him off the bomb, and he won't even go for it.
Oh. We saw this from GODSENT yesterday, just the closest of late retakes as well. Under pressure, They're not sweating whatsoever, and they pick up their 14th here.
I have to give Taco some props as well. Like,
Man, what is that?
why are you still looking for the round the world when it's a default plan?
Yeah, it just swings around. You add that little kill right there, impact frag, with the pistol round kills that he had that were spicy as all hell. GODSENT.
Taco, look at the scoreboard as well. You got 19 on Barton, 18 on Phelps, 17 on dumau. All of his young guns are fragging. Lato found a nice opener in that round as well. That was the 4v5 creator.
Okay, well, this is almost the last chance for VP here.
Yeah, certainly. It seems like it's gone very quickly.
It has. Surprising for a VP game. They've definitely got some more pace about them here, though. Up
Here's
at a
an
minute
example.
30.
Look at this. Kickett's already up Tetris. He's got a lovely Molotov into dark and maybe off the flash. Yeah, he's completely booked. Look at that. Team play and more to come.
That's what Counter-Strike's all about.
Trades there. Nice work from Lato. Oh, averts his gaze. He could go down. He does. Flit. Surging into the site. VP set up just right. Just as he looks away, though, Lato's flubbed his lines. A back turned, a head presented. And Flick can get some more. Taco decides he's not going to have any of that. There's a potential for another one of these GODSENT retakes. And oh, dumau gets the info on Jame, spots the ramp return, and he's pre-aimed perfectly for this. The extra smoke from the HE, Taco from stairs. Buster's exposed to this.
There's the head.
Oh, and dumau's hit another. James upgraded to the Yeki. He's actually bringing the fight. They won't be expecting this. Expecting to up close. Taco dropping and swinging. James playing with his food here, and it should be VP's 10th. By only 8 HP to separate them, but he has saved VP, and he's, as you discussed, that was make or break for VP, and break is the result. GODSENT on pennies and pocket lint.
Oh dear, this is so close, these rounds. The finest of margins separating a one-on-one situation. There could have gone either way, but that's only the third round so far for VP within this second half. And where the loss bonus is at here, I wouldn't mind seeing GODSENT go for the buy. They may as well go for at least a partial investment, and we are back underway with an M4 in the hands of Lato. A couple of Deagles and a P250 for good measure here. They haven't shoved all their chips into the center of the table. They've left around 6 at the low end on Felps, 1.5 for Barton here, so they have a bit of residual cash, but how much can they get out of this silenced M4? Lato up and over, spots one, and that's an easy kill, a number advantage again.
Yeah, they slipped away as well. There could be a timing here. YEKINDAR, are they expecting you? Or will they anticipate this potential?
Oh, they're boosting again.
I think he's anticipating that as well. Timing is everything. The pre-aim is gorgeous. YEKINDAR mows down the entirety of the GODSENT setup. A double kill on short. The rest writes itself. You can see dumau and Barton. They didn't invest much. About $1,400 plus that smoke.
Yeah, so it's curious that they went for that type of a buy there, GODSENT, but I like it. It looked threatening. They had a move. They knew what they were going for there, but the MAC-10's just able to shred straight through them. See if you can find a bit of an upgrade for Kickett here. You know that there was one rifle over towards Connector. I think he's hunting that one now. Just making sure there's nobody close. There's the upgrade we're talking about. Meanwhile, Barton and dumau have pushed ramp. They have found their way top mid. Here's Barton having a banger of a game himself. And this is just for exit kills, seeing if you can find a bit of an upgrade here for the next round of play. Kickett is already starting to clear on through the B apartments just to make sure that they can save as a unit. And this one's not done just yet. Round number 11 posted, and VP should be set for their 12th here, just through virtue of the economy. Barton does get the MAC-10, couldn't find the upgraded rifle right there. Kickett's been doing his housekeeping. How's your hotel room looking?
Good. I've got into a bit more of a routine. We've got the full gaming desk set up. I've got the backlight. Do you know the little lamp on the desk?
Yeah.
I've kind of angled it behind the monitor. I've got real mood lighting, if you will.
I see.
There's good vibrations over in the Alex's gaming suite.
VP's gaming practice room is directly across the hall from us.
Yes.
As is next to Liquid.
And I'm sleeping next to Fnatic's crack.
Yeah.
Haven't heard any of his signature wails. Ooh. Taco nearly finished Buster off there. That would have been a real nice gift, but I think that's pretty much the most exciting thing that's going to happen in this round.
Yeah, and look, I know Buster's not having a great game here, but the thing with VP is I think they have so much firepower. Not everybody can always have a great game, right? Yeah. Someone is not going to be able to kill. Think about what Buster did yesterday to Axel on the B-bomb side of Vertigo, right? If you missed that, it was just a constant head-to-head between those two individuals right here. But the Deagles of GODSENT have already struck a lot of success. Let's see if they can do it again. dumau, pushing forward.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a likelihood that Jame takes this fight first, and so now he can get away. No, told a lie. A nice click, though. That was the full HP of Jame, so the most ideal of the targets that were available. If he can get another, Barton's Deagle is so threatening. His crosshairs in exactly where it needs to be, but sprayed down now. A matter of time. Kicker chipped away out further, working on 55. 3 members of VP, certainly a little more vulnerable to those USPs. And VP not going to rush this. Understandably so. The frags will come to them, and there's another one.
Imagine if it's a 16-14 game here for VP. They love it. They love a close matchup. They do. And I love the memes at home, and I'm sure they do too. They're Jame, embracing the Jame time.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. We're having a discussion yesterday. We'll have it again. VP is this team, right? Look, they do play slow Counter-Strike. But with Flit, we're seeing a bit more variance within their play. And one of the ways that I was labeling them yesterday is they're risk-adverse, right? They like to wait out rounds. They wait out the utility. They don't put themselves in situations where the unknown is. And that right there is very smart. That's playing the percentages in Counter-Strike. They are probably for a minute and 30 seconds quite a boring team. But for the last 25 seconds of the round, they're the most exciting team because everything happens 0 to 100 with VP. And there's so much firepower on this team as well. So realistically, it's quite a well-rounded out roster. Trying to convert some viewers at home into VP fans.
No, I'm right there with you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Everybody should be a YEKINDAR fan. He's a lovely human being. Another personality on him to boot as well. So 14 to 12, 2 rounds the difference. Dumau yet to buy. Let's see if he opts for the AWP as part of the CT side setup. He will. There you go, equipped. There's another scope in play on Lato, and while Jame gets his AWP back in his hands here for another round of play.
Lots of you got top mid smoke and the window. Okay. Wow, YEKINDAR. Any more of that? Yeah, there might be. Committing to a long-range spray, and felps his next victim combined with Flit. They work on that one together, and again, GODSENT starting to get a little hot under the collar here. Touching distance to the finish line, but...
They gamble again. They've had a couple of good calls.
Especially against VP, it's usually a safe bet.
They always seem to be channeled the same direction.
A safe bet, not as much of a lurky boy squad. Now, they've dispatched Buster to go and do exactly that, at least monitor the potential for mid anti-spawn. He's doing exactly that as Taco crawls.
Taco, if
he might hear this.
Yeah,
he
could hear some footsteps, so that might actually work against them here. Is Barton's hanging around the window, and Dumau's actually picked off YEKINDAR, so managed to get quite the deep angle there up into the apartments.
Oh my God, if they run through
here.
If they run through, Buster will have called it clear. Oh, Taco, the hole, this is round winning, round defining. Damage, so much damage. Jame brought low. Bombs coming his way as well. Taco, you have an incendiary, but he's actually choosing to push. Pre-fire, it's brilliant. He runs out of bullets, and this round goes on. 35 and counting. This is a big round now for VP.
Look at Barton's position right now. There's so much utility for VP here, but I don't think they're going to use it because Buster's is such a surprise element. Barton worried about the flank in through spawn. Kicker is going to be loud into the site right now.
If he plants Tribox, though, I think they can challenge it from Dumau's AWP short.
Oh, that's a good smoke. That's going to deal with that.
So triple plant should be safe and secure. Look at the patience. Look at this. Nice little line.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't far off at all. He's just trimmed the quiff of Kicker.
They have a kit. They could give it a crack.
Buster, the unknown entity. Still got full 7-8. Not going to be easy to break through here. Buster, a hard clear for him, and Dumau would have to hit the quick scope, and that's a nice headshot. Round secure. Barton into the site, but with no answers and no bloodshed. They don't have to give him anything because he flies up the ladder, exposed for the double peak. And the gap continues to close. Now, that is 4 consecutive rounds out of the Virtus.pro squad, and they've won even more than that. In fact, 6 of the last 9 maths.
There you go.
Thank you.
I see that the abacus was out in the brain right there as the fingers were coming up. But you did get there in the end. 14 to 13, though.
Yeah. I mean, this was a great piece from the two of them. Flit and YEKINDAR bursting into middle. The aggression's caught. And the fact he's pre-aiming when that smoke is up. Ooh.
Well, this is a half buy from GODSENT now to fight for their right, to see if they can grab this 15th. And remember, the pistols have been good. Let's see what they can get out. 2 through the underpass, quite quick. Flip, flash forward, and oh, he's not going to get anything done. Felps has picked up the AK, and he can get away.
And he shall. MP9 and AK in play. Kicker actually going to drop a Molotov.
Oh, they have to push.
Yeah, but they will. They've got Taco pushing apps as well. If he can get a timing on this. Kicker needs answers. He will eventually look. Oh, draws the crosshair. They weren't in sync. They weren't in sync. Felps now missing. Next on the chopping block. Cut down to 20. Forces the nade out of him for survival. YEKINDAR has his exit. Great catch from the Rob squad. And And just like that, the round will fall apart. A nice idea. Little curveball maneuver.
Yeah, got to get creative when the chips are down like this, but it should be 14-14 unless Barton and dumau hit some absolute scorches of shots here. Can take their time now, VP. Remember, risk adverse, so I'm sure that they will make sure they cross their T's, dot their I's. And speaking of I's, only 2 left. Just dumau looking over towards the B apartments with the P250 in hand.
Is it risk adverse or risk averse? I think
I'm adding a D.
Because there are
No, you're right. It is averse.
And there's adverse circumstance.
Yes, I'm adding an extra letter.
Not to be pedantic.
No, you're right though. Our job is to speak for a living. I should get it correct.
But it is a perfect combination of words to summarize the Virtus.pro gang. So 14-14, okie dokie artichoke. This is starting to look like a T side that could very well finish in regulation, paid by the round indeed. They were at the disadvantage in 8-7 half.
Lost both the pistols.
Lost both the pistols. It's a textbook VP win.
Lost to a couple of real cheeky Deagle rounds, the Tech 9 rounds.
But yeah, exactly. And you have to, this is where you have to give them credit, right? Because every single, like if you know when Yanko's doing a quick analyst desk segment, he says, yeah, well, I guess if they just win both pistols and win a couple of force buys, then
that's what we're talking about.
GODSENT got all of those.
Yeah.
And still VP showing a rigidity and unwilling to surrender.
Well, one of the things that VP do have going for them, if you call a lot of their games at the major, is their mental, right? The amount of games that they came back in, I don't think there's a single game, it doesn't matter the scoreline, that they will ever think that they are out of. Their mental has been put through the paces, and Flick came into that. And I remember some of the games they were coming back, the rest of the team were just stone-faced, and Flitz has a big smile on his face, having a bit of a laugh. He's like, are we actually doing this? The rest of the team are just doing it. It's what they're used to.
Don't forget, Flitz's previous experience was Fours who did the opposite. They would get really, really close and then
drop the ball.
He's loving this. If you had to choose, if you have to pick your poison, I think I'd opt for the VP. Now, full investment, but a very heavy B lean early, out of the gates with 3.
It looks like they want to opt for that, not boost. They're going to slip both players into the ladder room.
Oh, and this contributes, or rather, complements VP heavily. It's a solo A-hole, Barton. He's been good in his kind of passive, information-driven defense. As you can see, he is just going to keep jumping. The fake from Kick, it's going to be rather convincing, especially considering they gambled here with the extra majority. Barton down, it's up to dumau, and he hasn't hit that shot. Won't get another chance. His teammates dropping left and right as VP look to take the lead. Hunting that finish in regulation, this would be a heartbreaker for the Brazilians.
Might have to be a save here. I don't know if they can risk going for something like this. James even found another here. This is falling apart.
VP, how do they keep doing this? You know, I was talking to Glaive last night at the bar. I said, I think CS is 50% mental. He was like, yeah, 50% minimum.
Oh, okay, well.
It is a mental game, and your mental fortitude, we use that a lot. We throw it around.
It's hard to quantify when we're talking about it like that, right?
Unquantifiable, but as you've discussed, VP's stats point them in that direction. You know, that is quantifiable.
That right there you can't argue with.
Like I could dig through if I could be bothered. If I didn't have a life, I'd give you a whole Excel spreadsheet.
There's stats meant for that.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, that is Taco trying to tuck tail and hold on to the M4. That was the best weapon they would have had coming into this round right now. Loss bonus. Maxed on out short.
Oh, they didn't get to keep anything
No. And that was 6 rounds in a row. So, of course, they were going to get the 3,400 coming into the round to play here. But you can Barton gets caught off by miserable timing. What happened was dumau was window. Once the double vent room setup of Felps and Lato set up, his job was to rotate the ticket, which meant Barton's job was to slink into the site. And he got caught in transition before he could fortify that position. And now this is VP's game to win. And lose. When you look at the buy right now, Jame even operating with an AK-47 here, so that's quite curious. Passive stance early. Going to see if there are any aggressive maneuvers coming out of GODSENT here. They're going to have to be quite stoic with their nades, and they are gambling again, hoping that Taco's done enough within the earlier stages of this half to send them back towards that A bomb site instead of B. Kick it, lobbing out nades. Jame peering mid. YEKINDAR top boxes flit through the underpass and
but these
over towards A.
It's going to be one of the most potent.
The pre-fire.
Yeah, but with the flash as well, just dispatch Flit and YEKINDAR straight to mid, and they'll do the rest.
Quite the combo between the two of them. 4v5 now, and they are looking to execute back into this A site. Everybody's going to have their feet planted on A for this biff.
45 and counting. Only the one smoke by my count. It will have to be Jame just walking in, clearing corners. Presence dark, confirmed by the extinguish. Molly might spread ahead, spotted and eliminated. They're running light on time, but GODSENT are running out of players. There's only one and he's gone. 16-14 Virtus.pro. What a fantastic display of the mental strength this squad has. Buckets and spades, every individual holds their nerve. Flit and YEKINDAR filling the feed on that T side, and they'll take it in regulation. A full 30 rounds, of course. And we're going to go ahead and take a